Hello everyone, and welcome back to our channel, your go-to space for hard-hitting political analysis, honest commentary, and in-depth breakdowns of South Africa's most important headlines. Today, we are unpacking a story that continues to send ripples through the post-election landscape, the MK Party's dramatic decision to pause its third legal challenge to the 2024 general election results. But this time, it's not because a court rejected their arguments, it's because the party itself has chosen to halt proceedings. Now, let's be clear. This isn't just another political back and forth. The MK Party, led by allies of former President Jacob Zuma, has been relentless in its efforts to cast doubt on the credibility of the election process. From the very beginning, they've insisted that the Independent Electoral Commission, or IEC, failed to deliver a free and fair election. But here's where things take a turn. They've suddenly decided to pause the legal battle. Why? Because, according to insiders within the MK Party, there's missing evidence. Evidence they say is crucial to proving their claim that the 2024 election was tainted by irregularities, possible digital manipulation, and errors in vote counting. Now, this move has raised serious questions. Is this a strategic recalibration, a smart pause to strengthen their case with fresh evidence? Or is it a sign that the MK Party's legal team is grappling with procedural weaknesses that could unravel their entire argument in court? Legal experts are already weighing in. Some suggest the party might be stalling for time, aiming to build public sympathy or ratchet up political pressure while behind the scenes they scramble to find something, anything, that could shift the legal tide in their favor. Let's take a step back and understand the context. This is the third time the MK Party has attempted to challenge the outcome of the 2024 elections. The first two attempts were thrown out by the courts. In both cases, judges ruled that the party had failed to provide concrete, verifiable proof of wrongdoing. Despite these setbacks, the MK Party has remained adamant that something went wrong during the election, and they won't rest until it's exposed. What's different this time, however, is the tone. Previously, the MK Party was aggressive, confident, almost defiant. But this latest development shows a more calculated and cautious approach. By pausing the challenge themselves, they're no longer at the mercy of a judge tossing out a weak case. Instead, they've bought themselves time, but what they do with that time remains the big question. They claim they need access to essential documents or digital data that, in their words, would prove tampering. But they haven't told us what this evidence is. They haven't said which institutions hold it. And they haven't offered a timeline for when they might be ready to proceed again. All we know is that the MK Party continues to point to abnormalities in vote tabulation and alleged digital interference. But so far, these are accusations without proof, and that's a serious problem in any courtroom. In the meantime, the IEC, South Africa's election authority, is standing firm. They maintain that the 2024 general elections were free, fair, and transparent. Their position is backed by multiple independent observers, including local civil society groups and international watchdogs, who have all publicly confirmed that the vote met global democratic standards. According to them, there's no evidence of widespread fraud or manipulation. But that hasn't stopped the MK Party from continuing to sow doubt. And that's where the political danger lies. We're entering uncharted territory, where persistent accusations, even without evidence, could erode public trust in our democratic institutions. And make no mistake, this is bigger than just one party or one election result. This is about the long-term health of our democracy. Let's also consider the optics. This repeated legal warfare could be perceived as an orchestrated post-election narrative designed to cast the MK Party as victims fighting against a system they claim is rigged. Some political analysts have even suggested that this could be laying the groundwork for future populist campaigns, framing the party as the voice of disenfranchised voters who believe the system doesn't work for them. It's a clever strategy, if that's what it is. Keep the legal fight alive. Keep the media talking. Keep your supporters engaged and angry, even if you never actually win in court. But critics say this risks undermining the very fabric of democratic accountability. We cannot build a strong democracy if political parties refuse to accept results unless they win. That said, it's also true that election processes should be scrutinized. Transparency matters. If the MK party does have real evidence, not speculation, not conjecture, then it must come forward. The legal system exists to hear such claims. But time and again, we've seen politically charged cases thrown out because they were based on speculation, not substance. The danger here is that South Africans are left in limbo, stuck between a party making serious claims and a legal system that can't act without real evidence. And let's not forget the cost of all this. Legal challenges eat up public resources, stretch the courts, and delay the work of governance. While politicians fight legal battles, ordinary people are waiting for jobs, service delivery, and economic reform. So, where does this all go from here? That depends entirely on whether the MK party can produce the so-called missing evidence they're banking on. If they can, and it holds up in court, it could trigger a seismic shift in our post-election reality. But if they can't, this third legal pause may mark the slow fade of a once fiery challenge into political theater, loud, dramatic, but ultimately inconclusive. For now, the legal fight is paused, but the political messaging continues. The MK party isn't retreating, they're regrouping. But the longer this drags on without solid evidence, the more likely it is that public patience will wear thin. Let us know what you think in the comments. Do you believe the MK party has legitimate concerns? Or is this just another political stunt to stir controversy? We want to hear from you. Remember to like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon so you never miss a breakdown of the most pressing political developments in South Africa. We're here to ask the tough questions and keep you informed with honest, fact-driven commentary. Thanks for watching, and as always, see you next time.